Hey y'all, Grandma Rose here. How are you doing? If you are anything like me, you have been inundated with seed catalogs. And you go through all the seed catalogs and you can't make up your mind because they all look wonderful and you want to try everything and you can't afford to try everything, so you only try some. So what I did is I got out a pad and paper and I made a list. So as I got out a catalog, I would make a list of everything that I wanted. And then got another catalog, I would make a list of things on there that I wanted. And some of them were the same things that I had ordered, not ordered yet, but thinking of ordering from the previous one. And went on and on and on. And after a while, I had several different catalogs to choose from. And then I compared prices. So not only did I make a list of the name of the plant, the vegetable or flower or whatever it was, but how many seeds were in the package and how much did it cost and what was the postage going to be, because that makes a big difference, you know. So I went ahead and placed an order, and I have gotten in, well, let's say no, take that back. Placed an order, seeds hadn't come in yet. But today was the day that I meet with my friends and we knit and we crochet together. And on the way home, I stopped at Dollar General because I had to pick up old cat litter and dog food and that kind of thing. And I generally get that at Dollar General. Well, when I was in there, I noticed that they already had their American seeds in. And you know, the American Seed Company is the one that you get at the dollar stores, and the seeds are only 50 cents a pack or 25 cents a pack. And so I got too many seeds. Some of the ones were things that I had already placed an order for, but I thought, you know, at 25 cents a pack, I can afford to get some more. So I did. So let me show you what I've gotten. And then I'll show you something else after that, and I'll tell you some more. But let me turn the camera around. Okay, so here's what I got at Dollar General. First of all, I got one of these Norfolk King seed starter kits. It's the mini greenhouse kit with 72 cells. The little cells. Grow 72 in here, and it comes with a dome. I don't know if you can see this, but it comes with a dome, and it comes with a bottom watering tray. So for $5, I thought that was a good deal, so I went ahead and picked that up. And with this potting mix seed starting mix from American Seed. So this is the same company that sells the inexpensive seeds. Talk about those in just a second. Yeah, get that out of the way. Now the other day, I'm going to come to the seeds in just a second. Now the other day I was at the co-op, and they had this potting mix. I don't know, have you ever seen this brand? Black Gold. It's my Sun Grow, and NPK values on it are 0.13, 0.04, and 0.13. So there's a very low fertilizer concentrations in this. 8-quart package, and it was about $4, so it wasn't very much. And it looks like it's pretty good. When I looked inside it, it looks like it was pretty good quality. Let me show you. Get a handful of it and let you see what it looks like. So, let's see. It's mostly peat moss, and it looks like perlite. Peat moss and perlite. And fine. I don't see any big sticks in it, so it's pretty good. So I'm getting ready to start seeds. But let me show you what I got at Dollar General. The first thing is a pack of microgreens for $1. Pretty good. What does it have in it? It looks like, you know, you can see what's in it. It's purple wave mustard, Mizuna line streak mustard, Tatsoi mustard, red Ursa kale, and purple Vienna kohlrabi. So that'll be really good mixed to add to my salads or put on a sandwich. So I got those. And as for veggies, I didn't get very many veggies, but I got some chives, which is herb, you know, of course an herb, And I had already ordered some chives, but that's okay. For 50 cents, I got more chives. I'm going to start some seeds to sell at the flea market this spring. So I wanted to grow chives, and this will give me some extra ones. I'll have plenty of chives to grow and sell. Market more cucumber. Another cucumber here too. National pickling cucumber. Gardener's Delight tomato. That's a cherry tomato that's supposed to be very good. And this is something else that I had already ordered. For a quarter, I'm going to get some more seeds. Banana peppers. We'll talk about that in a second too. For another quarter, I got a packet of banana peppers. And Clemson spineless okra. And this is just the standard okra. I'm not crazy about okra, but I'm going to grow it. I'm just not going to take up a lot of space in my main garden with it. I'll plant it someplace else. And I think it'll be okay. It was just taking up too much room in my garden that I wanted for tomatoes last year. And I said I wasn't going to grow any more okra because of it. But then I decided to grow it somewhere else, and it'll be fine. I can grow it out by my chicken yard, and it'll be perfectly happy, and the chickens won't bother it. Should be a good place to grow it too, because it should be very, very fertile. So those are the veggies that I got. And I got 2 packages of nasturtiums. 2 for $1, so that was $1 for the 2 packs. Pretty good deal. And I got 2 packs because there's not very many seeds in them. It doesn't feel like any more than 8 or 10 seeds in here. And to equal what you might get someplace else, I needed to get 2 of them. 4 o'clocks. I love 4 o'clocks. They smell so good. And the reason they're called 4 o'clocks is because, I don't know if the old-fashioned varieties, if they still do it, or if it was just all of them, they started releasing their scent in that late afternoon. So they were called 4 o'clocks because late in the afternoon was when you could start smelling them in the garden. Sweet peas. I adore sweet peas. My grandmother grew sweet peas, and I've never had any luck. But I'm going to try again. This year, instead of planting them in the ground, I'm going to plant them in individual pots and then transplant them. Maybe I'll have better luck with them this way. And be sure it's very, very well fertilized. I don't know, I want to grow them. And this is one of those things that you need to start very early. Otherwise, in this climate where I live, they won't have time to grow and bloom because it gets hot too soon. So, sweet peas. Moonflower. Beautiful vine. Grow this with the morning glories. Except this one opens up at night. And it's pollinated by moths. If you haven't ever grown moonflowers, they're wonderful. A couple of different sunflowers. This one is, well, Lemon Queen is pretty much of a standard. And Evening Sun looks like it's pretty too. It looks like it's a mix, like the autumn mix. So those are pretty. Now I had already ordered some of these, but I got some more. And there's just not a lot of seeds in here. So it's not, you can just feel just right down here along the bottom there's a few seeds. That's why these are so inexpensive, because they only put a few seeds in the package. And there's nowhere near the number of seeds that you would get from, say, In My Garden or Baker Creek for certain. Johnny's put so many seeds in their package. That's why the Johnny seeds cost more than anything else, because they have a lot more seeds per package, and it ends up actually costing you less. If you've got a big garden, then go ahead and buy from Johnny's, because you will get enough in one packet of seeds from Johnny's where you might have to order 2 or more packets from someplace else. So there's the sunflowers, and I got some really pretty cactus type zinnias. I like the giant cactus zinnias. So this is what I got at Dollar General today. Then I got home and I checked the mail, and guess what I had in my mailbox? Baker Creek. So my Baker Creek order came in. The same day I bought these seeds from the American seeds at Dollar General. So let me show you what I got from Baker Creek. I love Baker Creek seeds. Okay, this is their free seed, one of their free seeds. I got 2 packages of free seed in this order. It's Merveille, I don't know how you pronounce that in French, de Quatre Saisons. So something, Marvel of 4 seasons probably is what that means. It's a speckle. Can you see the speckle? Pretty, red speckle. Peppers, Shizito peppers. Now, I've heard wonderful things about these. It's an old Japanese variety. It produces 3-inch long, slightly wrinkled fruit, perfect for making tempura and other traditional recipes. But I've heard that this grows beautifully, produces more than a lot of the other peppers that other people have grown. So I'm trying Chizitos. It's a mild pepper. Red Marconis. I've grown red Marconis in the past, and they're wonderful. And so that you may be familiar with the red Marconis, and it's another mild pepper. And Ajvarsky. Now, one of the peppers that Living Traditions Homestead said that they liked the best is Ajvarsky. And it's supposed to be a wonderful roasting pepper. So I got that. More seeds. More nasturtiums. Now, these are the nasturtiums that I had ordered from Baker Creek. And I think this is the first year that they're selling these. And they're just beautiful. It was like $4 a pack. But there's a lot more seeds in this package than there were in the ones from American Seed. And put these together and I'll have a lot of them. Echinacea is another free seed pack. I'm thrilled to get echinacea seeds for free. Wonderful, wonderful medicinal herb. And pretty flowers too. Do you follow Jess, Roots and Refuge Farm? If you do, you're familiar with the Kajarski melon. Kajari. The Kajari melon. Jess has grown this and loves it, and it's beautiful, and I had to try it. So I bought some Kajari melon. This is a Japanese cucumber, and it's supposed to be non-bitter. I don't know, seedless? What does it say, seedless? Sweetest cucumber we've tasted. Deep green fruits, 7 to 8 inches long, adapted to high temperature, humidity, and are disease and powdery mildew resistant. So here in the deep south, humidity and high temperatures are a given. So I'm giving these a try. I'm hoping that they'll be good. Hear the dog? He sees the chickens outside. You may be able to hear the chickens. Hear the chickens? Well, you certainly hear the dog. Okay. Now this is a cucumber that VW Family Farm said that they like are going to order this year. Because, again, these are small. They've got this sticker on the top of it, over the picture of it. They look like they're about the size of a lemon or maybe a little bit bigger. And let's see what it says about them. Okay, unique heirloom from Australia. Fruit the size of a lemon, but are beautiful light green and excellent eaten fresh. Well, I live by myself. And this little small cucumber probably would be the perfect size for me to eat at a meal. And instead of cutting a cucumber in half and putting half of it in the refrigerator, I can just eat one cucumber at a time. And if they're good eaten fresh, this will be good for me to eat with my dinners. Or lunch, or however I want to eat it. Chinese multicolor spinach is an amaranth. And amaranths grow really well here. I think they're supposed to be a good spinach, not spinach cultivar, spinach substitute in hot weather. Say anything about it? Widely vibrant green, popular in Asia. Most tender and sweet amaranth for edible greens. A green for midsummer when all others have bolted. So I'm going to try this. And then I've got, oops, this is for somebody else. 2 tomatoes. No, 3 tomatoes. I got blueberries. This is a Wild Boar Farms tomato. And the blue cream berries. So these are part of the berry line. And then I got the Thorburns Terracotta. Now again, we'll talk about Jess of Roots and Refuge. She recently did a video on her top 10 favorite, or she said top 10-ish favorites. And the Thorburn Terracotta was an honorable mention. But when I saw it, I thought, you know, I'll go ahead and try this. It looks good. And then the berry line of the Wild Boar Farms is also in Jess's top 10. So I went ahead and picked these up too. And then this, the Status, that's not for me. It's for one of my friends. She was looking through the catalog with me and said, if you place an order, would you please get those for me? So I did. So this is my friend Julie. I may talk her out of a few of these seeds too, but they're beautiful dried. So that's my Baker Creek order. And so that can't be all, right? And my gardener seeds came in. Now I mentioned that I was going to grow some herbs and other things for the flea market. It may end up being the farmers market. Because after I ordered these, I discovered that my county flea market is not going to be held this spring. So I've ordered containers and all kind of stuff, preparing to grow seeds to sell at the flea market, and they're not having it. So I'm going to check in the next town at the farmers market and probably have a booth at the farmers market and try to sell some plants in about April. So let's see what we've got. So I mentioned having gotten the chives. So I got English lavender, more chives. These were $1 a pack, and there's a lot more in here than there were in the one pack that I got from American Seed. Thyme, just regular thyme, Italian oregano, and I looked this up online, and I think it's maybe the same thing as the Greek oregano. And tiger melon. I've seen this before, and that's supposed to be very, very good. So we've got tiger melon. And this one, Hyogan melon. What is this? I don't know. He doesn't put as much. Okay, he is putting about it on. Didn't used to. In the past, Luke has not put a description of the individual packets on the back, but it would be just for melons in general. But it looks like he started putting about this seed and this specific seed. So known as the melon of Israel, you read that? Known as the melon of Israel, this variety is named for the Hebrew word which means the anchor. An early melon that grows from 3 to 4 pounds, striking in color and texture. This variety will keep for 3 to 5 days once cut. Its size allows for tender flesh and an overflow of sweetness. So I'm trying it. Why not? Mizuna. It's going to be good. More peppers. I got one pepper from my gardener. The Jimmy Nardello pepper. That's a really good one. Good standard heirloom pepper. Sweet pepper. I don't grow many hot peppers. Patty pan squash. White bush scallop. So that's a white patty pan squash. I love patty pan squash. And I mentioned sunflowers. So I got the lemon queen. I mentioned I'd gotten lemon queen, and I got black Russian sunflowers. And I know just where I'm going to put them. And more tomatoes. 4 more tomatoes. Rutgers. Rutgers is a standard. It's a standard heirloom. I grew it one year, a couple of years ago. I had ordered some tomato seeds from someplace, and they sent me a little package with one of those compressed peat pellets and just a couple of tomato seeds that were the Rutgers. And I grew this, and it was really good. But I didn't save any seeds from it, so I'm going to try Rutgers again, because I was very, very happy with the Rutgers I got that year. Now, Chadwick cherry is a cherry tomato that Luke in my gardener says is delicious. Let's see what he says about it. So it's an indeterminate. Chadwick cherry. Chadwick cherry is a small cherry tomato that means business. Acidic and snappy when ripe, these are about the size of small grapes and are bright red. Plants produce just mind-blowing amounts of fruit all season on indeterminate vines, disease-resistant for the finest results. So, we're going to see how disease-resistant it is here in the Deep South. Kellogg's Breakfast is another standard. Again, Jess. This is one that Jess mentioned. One of Jess's favorite tomatoes is a tomato that she calls Dr. Witch's Yellow. Probably Dr. Wyche's. Not sure how that would be pronounced, but anyway, Jess of Roots and Refuge calls it Dr. Witch's. And Kellogg's Breakfast is very similar to the Dr. Wyche's. It's a yellow tomato, and what does it say? It says it's not named for the cereal company. West Virginia heirloom was made famous by the humble farmer who preserved this variety in Roseville, Michigan. It's a bright orange fruit, bursts with sweetness, and can grow up to 2 pounds. A favorite amongst many seasoned gardeners. Delicious sliced, juiced, canned, or fresh for salads. Good tomato. And Abe Lincoln. Abe Lincoln, too, is another standard. It says it's a classic variety. You see here? Okay. It's a classic variety with good acidity and regular tomato leaves, making it the perfect slicer tomato. Plants will produce normal amounts of fruit. Plants will produce normal amounts of fruit, but will overcompensate in the quality of taste. These are amazing in tomato sauce, soup, paste, or homemade ketchup. So, I'm going to have several tomatoes, and that's not all, because I still have seeds that I've saved from other years. But that's my seed order as far as it goes right now. I've got one more seed order coming, and I should be done as far as the seeds that I'm going to get for this year. So it's going to be just about time for planting seeds, which is why I got this thing right here. It's time to plant seeds, and I'm getting ready to do it. So, that's it for today. So bye y'all. See you next time.